Evening, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's 11:37 at night. Still Wednesday, the 8th of January, 2025. Yeah, tonight I'm not doing a live, just a tape feed at this point. My dog is driving me crazy, and outside there's another dog driving me crazy, barking his head off, about normal. I was trying to stay away from all the politics happening today. It really was. Until some things got to my case. That old gas bag really pissed me off at this point. He never showed up in California, but he just wants to be a fucking big bully of some sort. We got the fires happening at this point, and we'd had Trump blaming Mayor Bass of Los Angeles, Governor Gavin Newsom of California for mismanagement, and this is what she gets. Don't come crawling to me for help. So all I kept hearing about in some of the independents is what kind of an asshole he is, and not to mention the corporate media is saying the same damn thing. Because he really wants to be proven like he's a very tough guy. He's kind, but he's a very tough guy. He wants to get the Gulf of Mexico named for himself, or actually for America. Says this one of his progeny over to Greenland with an idiot toad, just to prove that they have Greenland on America's side. And America wants Greenland, and Greenland should have America. Canada's current prime minister, since Trudeau resigned, she came into power, and then she was laughing her ass off at Trump and really killing the living crap out of this guy. The things she said, and she hinted she might take over some of our states, take over the West Coast, declare it Canadian territory. That wasn't bad enough. Mexico was doing the same damn thing. I think they in Canada got in cahoots because the Mexican president was also telling Trump to back off. Trump wants to be a show guy. He wants to show people what kind of an asshole he really is. I don't think he's got an actual heart. And hell, there's another guy who doesn't show his heart either. Musk, trying to transfer his operations in a couple of years over, or within a couple of years, over to Texas so he can keep firing up his damn rockets. He's so damn hell bent trying to get people hired and working for him in California. He can't stand California rules, regulations, or liberalism, or uh, anything else regarding it, and he won't help out California one damn bit. Rich ass billionaire right here can't even rebuild a damn town after himself. No, it's California. How dare you? You're liberal. You're wokeism. You're idiots. You tell me how and when I can launch my rockets. I'm a millionaire. I'm a billionaire. I can launch my rockets. Well, guess what? Didn't happen, asshole, did it? Even the Coastal Commission is the ones that are trying to call the shots even on Vandenberg. Because we have environmental concerns. People with money don't give a shit. Rules and regulations, laws don't mean anything. They got money. They're rich. How dare they? So they become the tyrants and the autocrats out there. It's no wonder that in history of humanity, autocrats usually get overthrown one way or another. There's usually revolts happening. People keep forgetting history. History, but nobody gives a shit. So we have to keep repeating history all the damn time, and they get pissed off about it. Good. Good. Tells them that people are actually listening, paying attention, and don't like this class warfare. But they sure as hell don't want to do this socialism either. One class doesn't work. Who's going to be overseers? Who's going to be the ones who are going to be guiding them a bit? Therefore, you got a class. Ma's awake. It's driving me crazy. Not that. Old Bowser outstairs barking his head off. I don't even know where the hell he's at, but we can hear the bastard. Sorry about that. I think I've been going on a tirade without being going on a tirade. No, I was just checking on my ma. She's settled down, thank God. The outside dog is still freaking out like crazy. But I'm thinking that we are in for it more and more. I've been trying to go over the information of just how bad the fires are getting, and they're getting just as bad. But I think they got maybe a little bit of containment on those damn things. But we've had politics trying to influence our firefighting capabilities and insulting our integrity at the same damn time. Old Gasbag, before he even steps foot into the executive office, is still blaming people. He's blaming our mayor, Karen Bass in Los Angeles, and California Governor Gavin Newsom. It's supposed to be Gavin Newsom, not Newsom. And they're no damn good, according to Trump and Musk. Musk hasn't been here in California to really take care of the state that he was sucking up and sucking everything dry. He didn't give a shit. He's packing up and leaving for Texas. Bye. Don't let the doorknob hit you on the ass as you leave. You didn't help out California one damn bit. You didn't give a shit about our state that you kept dealing business with. You didn't like the rules and regulations that governing your damn space shots. Aww. We have things called environmental concerns. You don't care about that. You only care about money. So there's the door. Leave California. Don't enter. Don't come back. Trump, on the other hand, I hope the hell he stays the hell away from California. He'll badmouth it like crazy, but he won't do a damn thing about our states. He's got debts coming out of his ass, and he doesn't pay them. He goes to places, uses them up, and goes on. He thinks he's rich. He thinks he's got it. He thinks whatever he's going on through his damn dimensional head. So basically, he was insulting California left and right. We deserve it. We weren't doing wildlife management very well. Elements, I would probably argue and also agree at the same damn time. We had growth. Maybe it wasn't properly maintained by the city, county, state, and federal. I don't know. I don't know who was in charge for that area. But we had old growth that hadn't been touched and burned or taken care of. So when the winds kicked up, somehow there was a spark generated. And then we had the whoosh. And now we got the extension of the ashes scattered about Southern California. And everybody's going on high alert and evac orders like crazy. Scaring the crap out of people. Meanwhile, the news pundits are having fun with the old gas bag and money bags as well. The old mush face. If that wasn't good enough, we got Mexico and Canada doing a double team up on Trump face. Trump wants to have the Gulf of Mexico named for the Gulf of America. He also wants to get Canada as a 51st state. He keeps mouthing off in his damn news conference he did. His word salad. And then he sends one of his progeny over to Greenland to screw us over. Or anybody else for that matter. Piss me off people. Doesn't Greenland want to come to America, be part of America's state? Don't they want to be a territory? Please, gotta please the father, please. I got Charlie Kirk over here. Don Jr.'s doing this, please. Imagine those guys are laughing their asses off at him. Like, what the fuck is America doing with these assholes? Well, because they're assholes. What do you expect? We voted these schmucks in. We're going to be paying for it for the next 4 frickin' years. Well, maybe earlier than that. And if that wasn't bad enough, Mexico president out there, she's having a kittens over it, including the Canadian Prime Minister. She's having kittens over it. She wants to annex part of the United States as part of Canadian territory. Hey, do it. Except I'm an American. I have to admit, I didn't vote for the gas bag. I voted for Harris. I didn't want this crap happening in the first place, but you know, it happened. And now I'm stuck with it for the next 4 frickin' years. Unless somebody else can do a 25th on a constant basis. But then notating the list of succession, the last person, the 25th person down there, is Homeland Security. And if we got a Trumplicant in there, we're still screwed one way or another. So we got an entire Trump cabinet to get through. We're still screwed. Maybe for 2 years. And after that, I don't know. Midterms are funny that way. Bit of a shake-up on that. With the damages that we're experiencing with the fires all over the damn place, the billionaires aren't going to bail us out. They don't give a shit. They sucked us dry and they got out of here. They're laughing their heads off. They had their tricks. They got on the streets and got their tricks done. Yeah, that's a nasty thing to say, but you know, they're showing up to be that much of grifters. So the world's going to be laughing at us. Our integrity shot to hell because we got stupid enough to vote. Not the action of voting. It's the decision of who we wanted in the first place. If we had Harris in there, and she may have been wrong for different choices, but at least we would have our integrity a little bit. Not really. What am I saying? Middle East is still screwed up because of our own damn policies at this point. We still supported the government of Israel in its insanity. Did we support the people or the government who's still doing genocide and threatening war on everybody? I gotta burn up my ass on that one there. Not as much as having the Gulf of Mexico being renamed Gulf of America. I was expecting him to say the Gulf of Trump. That would satisfy his ego, wouldn't it? That was bad enough. Trump's getting the hell out of, actually, Musk is getting the hell out of California, taking up his SpaceX and maybe Twitter and getting the hell out of here, stick it over to Texas. Let them have fun. They're screwed up anyway. Yeah, well, they allowed their shit to happen. They're not rebelling or anything else like that, so, yeah. If we happen to become a province of Canada, at least we have a few benefits more than what we have under a Trump. But the problem is we would be permanently stationed over there. We can't do that. We can't do that. Let's see, if I'm not mistaken, Texas tried to do that right after the Civil War back in 1864. They tried to do secession. Didn't take it to courts. They said, on it. We can get you into America, but you're not getting the hell out of here. We can make you a state. We can make you territory, but you're not getting the hell out of here. That wasn't fun enough. That wasn't fun enough. A lot of people have lost a lot of good homes in the fires that we've been having for the past 2 days. Wind event has been scaring the hell out of people left and right, making people homeless, and we were at about 5 deaths already in one particular fire zone. So yeah, we are hurting out here in California. We got a drought situation caused by the global warming. Our rain patterns are screwed up right now that we're not getting enough water. We may have some stored water left for firefighting, but after that, I don't know what the hell we're going to do after that, to tell you the truth. People kept screaming about how much they didn't have enough water pressure. Well, they have a system. I'm not quite sure how it works, but if they still have plenty of reservoirs, they still have to charge the system enough so the water can be used. And that's why the officials kept telling people in Southern California, conserve. And I mean really conserve. Flushing the toilet's one damn thing. But wasting water in a dishwasher, we got to do something else on that one. They're not kidding concerning about the water situation. They may still have some reservoirs left to use, but they still need to get a charge. There's ways, I don't know, because I don't work for DWP, so I don't know what's going on. But if we got the water for the fire, then we need it. We need to have access to it, and the system needs to be charged up for it. It's the things we have to live with in LA, in Southern California. I've already seen a lot of racial stuff coming out on YouTube left and right. Independent medias are going after each other, but they're also going after other people and other news stories just to make their points. Coming after people left and right. Try this one. Kern County, Bakersfield. We got Border Patrol. We got the Border Patrol staking out Mexican places to get theoretical illegals. And the Mexican and Latino community are up in arms. They're afraid, they're hiding. There are jobs that are not getting fulfilled. There are places that are not getting the businesses as they should. More because we have parked areas where Border Patrol is hiding or in plain sight and questioning people like Gestapos. They got the news stories out there on the YouTube on this one. So they can't hide from the public on this one. But they'll hide from the cameras. They won't come up with an adequate answer why they're there. Oh, we're after for a specific woman or something like that. No, they're not. They're there for harassment. They're there for harassment. We're going to get more of that. So I never expected 2025 to start up that rotten, except when I was probably deluding myself. I was probably deluding myself in that situation. It is starting out to be that way. And I keep saying we all allowed the damn shit to happen in the first place. On our own watch. I'm no different. There's going to be a lot of news stories on YouTube. A lot of things that are going to be either legitimate or not. I don't know. But I can tell you one thing. I'm getting sick and tired of just watching my state burning up like crazy and not being able to do a damn about it. Can't control the winds. And they've been telling people to be on the ready to leave. Here's a question. Where do we go? The rich, I can't say the rich, the wealthy, no, the famous, okay, that I can deal with. The famous who live out in the Sunset Hills, or actually in Hollywood Hills, all those nice expensive homes. An area, a chunk of it, gone, burned, ashes. Ashes flying around, going into more places, and burning that up. Before I set out for maybe about an hour or two nap, I was watching that on the news. They had just announced Sunset Fire. And they were talking about the Hollywood Hills, right above Franklin. Now, I try to show people who watch my videos geographic. Well, you guys been watching the news reports these days. You're getting a lot of the graphics. A lot of the places that I'm talking about at this point. So I'm still going to bring it up into that area anyway. So if you can pull up your map apps, guys, and look at Hollywood, and then the Hollywood Hills, actually. If you're familiar with the area, go for the 170 freeway. The Hollywood. Actually, it's 101. Yeah, it's the 101, not the 170. I'm wrong. I'm bad. My grandmother and my mother would just smack me upside the head for me using an expression. My bad. So they declared their Sunset Fire. They already had it loaded up in the databases. And for what they're saying about the Sunset Fire currently, I don't know if the damn thing's out or not. I hope so. Because if it isn't, we're really getting into a lousy ball game here, aren't we? So let me see what we got. Updated 3 hours ago. impacted areas. What I needed to find out is how bad and how far. And this was supposed to have been city, LA City. It wouldn't be up on the CAL FIRE map. Well, guess where I'm going? I'm going to a CAL FIRE map. Oh, the sunset. Okay, when this information was loaded up into the database, it said it was about 60 acres. Started at around 6 o'clock at night, give or take a few minutes. Last updated around 9:25, and they were still trying to get a hold of it. I don't know if they got any. Let's see, they got evac orders, evac warnings, and they still have shelter in place, and not to mention they have maps concerning about how bad the damn place is. I'm checking CAL FIRE's map without the nice, lovely graphics on it, just a text. And yeah, guys, this is real life. Now, I know some of you guys out there are wondering, where the hell am I? Well, I'm in the desert. But I'm waiting for the winds to switch to really make it bad for us out here in the desert region. Because I'm waiting for that. The Santa Anas are, subject to two pressure gradients that are shifting around, and we're getting the blasts of it. But there's going to be a pressure gradient that's going to be allowing some of the ocean water, or actually ocean breezes and moisture, to go through to blast this one. However, if it's a dry wind, then we are really out of it. I say that because I'm bringing it back over to Google Maps, and I want you to see what the hell is going on. Okay, without the fire information all over the place, and they've practically got all the hills, roads going into the hillsides from both sides shut down. They practically got the area encapsulated, but they're trying to get people out of the areas. Okay, but let's go to Antelope Valley. Yes, we're going to Antelope Valley, boys and girls. Isn't that fun? Isn't that glorious? Well, let me get this damn thing to work right on my computer, and I'll be able to look at my own valley that I'm living in right now. A nice, expansive piece of desert wasteland. My computer is still freaking having a conniption fit. Why am I not surprised? I got too many things on this going, so I gotta take out the damn fire, and some fire zones I'm gonna take off as well. I mean, I have to. We are dealing with a lot of stuff happening. So, okay, ABC News, you're off. I'll look at your maps later on that one. AlertCalifornia.org. Yeah, well, I'll take you guys off too because I need the memory storage without my system having a conniption fit here. All right, here we go. Took off some resources, so now I can work with it. Okay, so we're looking at the wedge. We're looking at the desert wedge. Our situation is a lot different because we've actually had fires along the Tehachapi area, which is right above us on the northwest area. We've had that since last year. So we've already got some of the devastation there. But it's the other portion I'm also worried about as well. Down below on the southwestern corner. With that nice lovely slant there too. I'm more worried about some of the growth coming back in that area and biting some of the areas out. Within the past couple of years, we've actually had fires in the Palmdale, Lancaster area, and Little Rock. We had extensive growth. Not to mention Lake Elizabeth. Okay, let me say that about 10, 20 years maybe in that time. I've seen fires on both sides of the wedge. The one thing I'm concerned about is fire coming down. And I live in Roseman, by the way. I live right next to Edwards Air Force Base. So if you see that desert swath there, that blank, almost whitish area, that's the dry lakes they got. Think about needing water on a constant basis and you can't get it. That's dry. As dry as my mouth's getting. Right above Roseman, we have hillsides, we have brush area, we have rocky areas. It's the scrub that I'm more worried about because that offers more of the fire hazards to face in the desert region. And with wind blowing up lit ashes all over the place, we have a potential in the Antelope Valley of getting torched. You say no? You're scratching your heads on this one? I'm going to refer you over to Palisades. I'm going to refer you over to Altadena. I'm going to refer you over to Sylmar. I'm going to refer you over to the Hollywood Hills. How many more examples do we need, boys and girls? This pisses me off. No, it doesn't piss me off. It scares the crap out of me. It's scaring the crap out of me at this point. We're in for it. As said before, I live in the community of Roseman. So let me narrow it down for you. So look at the maps when you see the wedge shape going to the left side. And you see Edwards on the right. There's supposed to be a 14 freeway in there somewhere. So if you scroll over or just type out Roseman, let's go back over to the edge where you've got federal land. Actually, federal land, and then you've got state land. State, county, and stuff like that. So what's called the Roseman Dry Lake Bed, that's the landmark that you can use. And then there's the 14 freeway. That's also another landmark. Squeezed in between, there's home. Now, I'm going to be asking something from you. Notice the geography and the layout, the topography of the town. How many spaces can you look at that are completely empty? A lot, right? Do yourself a favor. Lock in one of them and just zero in. For me, it's always going to be my home on Roseman Boulevard in United. Because outside in this territory, I can scroll up and almost count how many patches we've got of scrub brush. Now, granted, this is an area where we have dirt bikes going through every once in a while. We had them. We had the ATVs. But since we had fire happening in certain sections and other portions of Roseman and the desert, well, I don't see that action happening all that much. Fireworks, yeah, but closer to their own places that they try to burn down left and right. So, as I said before, the street called United and Roseman Boulevard on the far right-hand side, right next to Edwards Air Force Base. And that's nearly the edge of town. And now I'm in the apartment complex over here. You see a pit, far right side, that's favoring United and Roseman area. A sandwich between, or almost sandwich between the buildings. July 4th and July 5th, my apartment complex was subjugated to fire. 4th, we had kids playing and we had that area torched. We didn't have the buildings damaged, thank God. We didn't. But west side of the building, actually west side of the complex, in a garbage area on the upper northwest, that got burnt badly. Fires are very deadly out here. And you notice the scrub in some of the areas? It's just kindling. Go across the street to the south of the boulevard of Roseman. You are going to see kindling there, but also in the form of habitation. We have kindling all over the damn place. Like we have kindling in the inhabited regions in city and county of Los Angeles. And I'm not talking about unincorporated. I'm talking about when you have house upon house upon house upon house. We're one big kindling. With a with a wind event, when the winds are that severe, that's when I panic. That's when I panic. Am I doing okay for right now? If I can get to sleep, I'll be fine. For maybe about an hour or two, but after that, forget it. Forget it. Okay, I docked enough on that one. I may cover up on a live. I don't know. We'll see what happens.